Hey gang, Justin and I want to welcome you to a new initiative that we've been thinking about and would like to put forward to you. Again, my name is Brian Fletcher. I'm the associate pastor here at Spring Run. Justin Abshire is one of our members, and he's really excited about getting some men together in smaller groups than what we currently have, and we're going to call those fellowship groups. So we want to bring men together into deeper fellowship with one another. So the first question you might ask is, what is a fellowship group? And a fellowship group is basically 2 to 4 men who get together regularly to encourage one another in their walk with Christ and to grow deeper in their friendships. And so it's pretty basic and pretty simple, and we've got some decent ideas about how it might go. And we've already got one group started, so that's pretty cool. And so I want to ask Justin, what will the groups do, Justin?
Yeah, so the whole idea of the groups is for the men to pursue deeper friendships with each other and for them to encourage each other as part of the church and as part of a fellowship together. So we have some ideas of how that could work out. Right now we have a structure that you could follow if you wanted to, that's designed to do about 10 meetings over amount of time that you decide is best for the small group of guys that you have. It involves a lot of different things, and kind of is meant to guide you through into a deeper relationship with each other throughout the course of those 10 meetings. Lots of fun things involved in there, suggestions like group outings. We have questions to get conversation kind of going, to get a little bit deeper into the waters with each other. We also have suggestion of testimony nights where we get to learn more about how our relationships with Christ came about and how that relationship is shaping us in this day. So lots of different suggestions, but each group is going to kind of have its own culture to it, and based on the people who are in it, I think that's the best idea of what direction that group will need to go in. I think some men will find that it's more comfortable for them to discuss a single topic, or for them to have some type of set program, like those 10 sessions, or some might want to get together and just have a general outline that they go over. But the whole point is to be intentional and to dive into those deeper relationships with intentionality and being Christ-centered while we do that.
Awesome. Great. So another question is, why should I get into a fellowship group? And I think there's a couple of biblical principles here. One is an obvious verse that most of you guys have heard is Proverbs 27:17, which says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another." You know, we are here to sharpen one another, encourage one another, to help each other grow in Christ, to do what we can to foster that. And when we start rubbing off on each other, things can get really exciting in how God is working in our lives and challenging us in different ways. 1 Thessalonians 5:9 says, "Therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing." So again, Paul talking to the church in Thessalonica, that's what they were doing. This is what they were doing. They were building one another up, and they were encouraging one another. And then Hebrews 3:13 says, "But exhort one another every day, as long as is called today, that none of you may be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin." And I think one of the things that points out is that we are constantly bombarded in this world by difficulties, trials, temptations, and we need some other brothers to come alongside us and help us get through life. So we really need one another, kind of like a band of brothers, because life is really difficult sometimes. And so God's given us His Spirit to work in us. He's given us His Word, the Scriptures, but then He's also given us His church, and that's where we come into play as just brothers in Christ, encouraging each other and helping each other grow. So, Justin, how could one get into a group if they're interested?
Sure. So the first way is, if you have a group of people who you are interested in doing this with, to begin with, we would love if you just reached out to either myself or Brian, and our emails will be included in this link as well. And just let us know that you're beginning that process and starting that, so that way we can keep track of how things are going as far as how many people are engaging in these groups, and if we have information that we think is beneficial to send out to all of the groups, we have a good count of who is in what kind of groups. Additionally, if you're interested in a group, we would like you to reach out to us, even if you don't have people necessarily in mind. And hopefully we can connect you through prayerful thought of who would be a good fit and who also is seeking these intentional friendships and who is looking for that deeper relationship with other men of God, so that we can connect you guys and we can have a group that is welcoming and allows you all to start fostering that friendship on a deeper level.
Awesome. So just to be clear, we're going to, if you would send us your name and let us know that you're interested in a group, and you might send us some names that you're like, hey, I want to get together with these guys, or you might say, I just want to get together with some guys, I don't know who that is yet. And then what we would do is we'd follow up and say, okay, we're going to help set you up. We're going to set up your group. We're going to give you these resources and help you get your group started, and then we'll follow up with you. That sound about right?
Yep.
Good.
Sounds exactly it.
Good. We're really excited about this initiative, and we would love for you to be involved, especially now when, again, life is just not easy these days, and especially being a Christian believer and trying to navigate, being a dad and a parent, and being a husband, and or being single, or whatever stage of life you're in, being retired. And so we know that we need one another. So all you need to do is reach out to one of us, and we'll help you get set up. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us as well, and we'll be able to answer those. So thanks for watching this video. Again, we're excited, and we will be in touch.